What if I told you there was a simple test that you can do in the privacy of your home that could give you information about your longevity and your health span and your health and wellness? This test is just as important as you going to the doctor every year and getting your lab work done. Well, that may seem far-fetched, but it's really not. And that test is recommended by the CDC to determine the strength in your lower extremities and also determine your fall risk. Because as we know, as we get older, if we fall, it could be very detrimental to our health, our longevity, our wellness, especially if you break a bone and have to have surgery. That test is called the sit to stand test. And what this test entails is 30 seconds of your time and no equipment. Basically, you need a very sturdy chair. You put your feet flat on the floor, cross your arms, and you would set a timer for 30 seconds. And you would sit to stand. And you would do that as many times as you can in that 30 second and note the number of times you can do that. You see, I've seen what happens when patients don't take care of their health, and especially not build muscle and become frail. And none of us want to become a burden on our families or have to go into a nursing home and have strangers care for us. So what I want to share with you today is some simple things you can do to help build muscle and become stronger, and to make sure that you're doing everything you can to live a long and strong, healthy life. Okay? First thing you can do is very similar to the sit to stand test, but it's an exercise to help build those long, strong, big muscles in our legs. Did you know that our independence is determined by something as simple as the muscle in our legs? So always think when you're building muscle, I really need to strengthen those muscles in my thighs and my gluteus, which is known as the buttocks. I want to strengthen those muscles because those muscles, when they're strong, will help you live a long, healthy life and keep you from falling, which could cause, injury and possible surgery, which would decrease your lifespan. So the first exercise is the sit to stand exercise, very similar to the sit to stand test. You're just sitting and standing. And I say 3 reps of those for as many as you can do. Keep that baseline and improve upon that. Maybe 3-4 times a week, sit to stand test. And then we all sit at times. When you're sitting at home at the dinner table or on the couch, when you're getting up, try not to use your hands. Make a conscious effort to just stand up without using your hands. If you use your hands, sit back down and stand up without using your hands again, just to get yourself in the habit of standing up without using your hands to push up off the chair if you can. If you have to use your hands to push up off the chair, your goal will be to not have to use your hands to push up to get up, okay? So we want to build those strong muscles in our legs. Second thing to do is calf raises. And the calf is known as the second heart. The calf is the muscle behind your leg, lower leg, and that muscle helps push blood back up to the heart. So it helps with the blood flow of our heart, and that's why it's called the second heart. And so calf raises are simple. Stand up next to a countertop and use that countertop to steady you if you need it, and just do as many calf raises as you can until you're tired. And then maybe do 3 sets of however many reps you can do to exhaustion, and continue to improve upon that. And that's building that calf muscle, which is called the second heart. And then the third exercise you can do is push-ups off the wall. And so you just stand close to a wall and you just do push-ups off the wall and count the number of reps that you can do, and maybe do 3 sets of however many reps you can do 3 times a week, and improve that. And you've already worked on your muscles in your legs and your arms. And so those are 3 simple, no equipment, no gym exercises that you can do in the privacy of your own home to help build muscle. The second thing you need to do is prioritize getting enough protein in your diet. When we were in maybe middle school and we had a science class, they always talked about protein being the building blocks of muscle. What that means is if you don't have the protein in your diet, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to build muscle. So focus and prioritize getting enough protein in. And most people think it's very hard, and it's really not. What you need to do is be intentional about getting your protein in. So take a moment and write down high protein foods that you really like. Eggs, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, chicken breast, salmon, whatever it is you like. Write those down. Write down what you could have for breakfast, what you could have for lunch, what you could have for dinner, and what snacks you could have that are high in protein. When you go to the grocery store, make sure to purchase those and plan your meals around those proteins that you purchased. And then that way, you can start to build your diet around good, healthy protein that you enjoy, and you can get your protein in. So when you're doing your exercises, you're also getting enough protein to help build strong muscle. And other than that, the one thing you need to do is don't be so hard on yourself, because building muscle does not happen overnight. It happens over time, and it takes time. So don't worry about, how am I, am I building muscle? Do I look like I have muscle? Just think about how strong you're getting. If you could only do, say, 10 sit to stands in 30 seconds, but now you can do 11, that's 1% better, and that's great. And so give yourself a pat on the back when you do better. And on the days that you don't worry about it. Just be consistent, continue to do those simple exercises, prioritize protein, and you will know a year from now, you will see the difference if you continue to do those consistently. And then you'll build upon those over the next, few years to, who knows, become a bodybuilder. Who knows? I'm just joking. But you will, over the years, begin to see improvement in your strength, and then that will improve your longevity, your health, and your wellness. Okay, so be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this information has been helpful to you. Leave a comment down below. All those things help my channel grow so that I can reach more people like you on this channel and help them become stronger after the age of 50. Take care, and thanks for watching.